So you can see here in my garden I've got 2 raised beds. And I've also got some potted plants growing at the front here. So this raised bed right here is just beefsteak tomatoes, and this one over here is a variety of vegetables. So the beefsteaks are one of my favorite things to grow, and I find them very challenging to grow successfully. And I think that's one of the reasons I like growing them so much. It might not look like much now, but there are a lot of tomatoes in there, and come harvest time, it's just gonna be a huge red forest of tomatoes, and I can't wait to get harvesting these things. It's gonna be really fun, and I'm looking forward to it.
Jack Burns.
So I got a nice cluster of beefsteaks here, and this variety is called Martha Washington. It's a hybrid tomato, but it's supposed to be kind of like an heirloom, so that means that it's going to have really good flavor, but it's also a very strong type of plant that's going to not get diseased very easily and produce a really nice harvest for me. So I pruned the plants at the back of these raised beds because they're the vining type, and I want to keep them in check. But I have 3 plants at the front here that are actually bush type tomatoes or determinate types. And those ones I haven't touched. I haven't pruned them at all, because what happens is they're going to produce a huge flush of tomatoes, and then they're just going to kind of die back. So I want to make sure that each branch is producing tomatoes and not cut it off and ruin my harvest. Overall, the beefsteaks are doing really well. They're producing some good tomatoes right now, and I expect to see a pretty good harvest in the future. However, there are some plants that are having some wilting leaves, and I really don't know what's causing this. But anyway, for the most part, they're looking good, and that's great. So really excited for the future and can't wait to harvest these and make some beautiful toasted tomato sandwiches. So if you're interested, stay tuned for the harvests. My tomato, pepper, and cucumber raised bed is looking good as well. I've got tons of cucumbers that are ready to be harvested. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now. I already got one good harvest off these cucumber plants, but they grow on fast. I got my pruning shears and I got my vegetable basket. So let's get harvesting. So I just harvested all of these cucumbers just from 8 plants. Cucumbers are super productive plants, and I think that anyone can grow them successfully because really they're pretty easy plants to grow. I got some pickles ready to harvest as well. I let most of the pickles get away on me because they just grow so quickly and I just couldn't keep up with them. So you can see just how many cucumbers you can grow in a small area. This is my second batch of the season, and the other batch was about the same size harvest. Besides cucumbers, which have taken over more than half of this raised bed, I also have tomatoes and peppers. So for the tomatoes, I've got cherry tomatoes and kind of the sauce type tomatoes. I'm also growing a few sweet pepper plants at the front of this raised bed. So let's take a look at what I've got growing. So this is a Super Sweet 100 cherry tomato plant. Going up the plant, you just have these really nice clusters of cherry tomatoes. And one of the awesome things about this variety is that it's super tough. And that's what I look for in a hybrid. It's strong, it's tough, it's able to withstand different weather conditions and still produce a great crop. So the stakes I have here are 5 feet tall, and this plant is overgrowing the stake by about 2 feet. So it's about 7 foot tall, and yeah, it just goes to show how vigorous these hybrid plants can be. This is, I think, the tallest plant in my garden right now, and it's just doing phenomenal. One new variety I'm growing this year that's really standing out to me is the San Marzano. This is one I've been wanting to try for a while. It's an Italian sauce tomato, and it's just producing these really nice, huge clusters of tomatoes. For an heirloom, it's a very vigorous plant, and so far, no disease, knock on wood. But it's certainly a winner in my garden this season, and I definitely am going to grow it again in the future. I'm also growing a variety called Black Cherry. I grew it a couple of years ago, and it did very well in my garden. I also have a variety here called Blush. It's a really nice orange yellowish tomato that gets these dark red streaks down it when they ripen up. You can see we have some ripening right here, and it's kind of hard to show you this plant because it's really being blocked by all these other plants in my garden. I didn't space the plants out very well this year, but it's a solid variety and it seems to be producing okay. One issue I've been having with a couple beefsteak tomato plants is this wilting of the leaves. And this is really scary for me because this could be a disease that could potentially destroy my entire crop, my entire garden. and that would be just devastating. So far, this is my favorite beefsteak tomato variety. It's called Big Beef. I've been growing in my garden for several years now, and it always produces a ton of tomatoes. Here at the back, I've got a variety called Prudence Purple. It's an heirloom, and it's not producing a ton of tomatoes, but some of the ones on here are pretty large. Here at the back of this raised bed, I've got a variety called Sun Gold. This is one of the sweetest, if not the sweetest, cherry tomatoes out there. And some people say that a variety called Sun Sugar is sweeter, but I've never tried it, so I can't say yes or no. Sweet peppers are really fun to grow, and this year I'm growing a couple new varieties. One is a variety called Escamillo, and the other is called Carmen. So basically, they're the same pepper, except one is red and one is an orangish yellow color. So I can't wait till these peppers ripen and I get to harvest them here in my garden. I'm also growing some bell peppers. One I grew last year, X3R Red Knight, and the other, which is new, called Olympus. They're both hybrid red bell peppers, but unfortunately they're getting shaded out by the cucumber plants, so they're really not producing like they should be. Last, but certainly not least, we come to my potted garden. In here, I've got a bunch of different things. I've got some peppers, some eggplant, and also some tomatoes. This is a jalapeno variety called El Jefe, which means the boss in Spanish. And this is actually my first time growing jalapenos. And so far they look pretty good, but the plant's not overly productive. And I'm kind of waiting for these to turn red actually, because I'm interested to see the fully ripe state of these jalapenos. Right next to it, I've got a sweet pepper variety called Glow. And this plant is actually producing some pretty nice peppers here, but only a few. So that's one of the things I find with growing in containers is that if you're not consistently fertilizing them, which I have not been, then you generally don't get a ton of fruit. So that's something to keep in mind if you are growing in containers. And also this plant could use some support. You can see it's just falling over here. That's not a huge problem, but in general, it's good to have support. This is a very unique variety of bell pepper called Islander Bell. You can see the fruits are relatively small and we're not getting that many. And again, I attribute that to the lack of consistent fertilization, not to mention the lack of consistent watering. This year I'm growing some eggplant, which is new for me. This variety is called Fairy Tale. You can see it's got these really mini eggplants. They're a lighter purple color with these white stripes. Pretty cool. I've also got a larger type eggplant. This variety is called Traviata, but it's actually not produced any really good fruit so far. So far, not impressed with that variety. Then here in the chocolate colored pot, I've got a chocolate habanero. You can see if you look under this plant that I've got some peppers coming on here. This plant didn't get very large, as you can see. You've probably only got about 10 good peppers on there, but this one is starting to ripen. And again, growing in a pot is great if you have a very consistent water and fertilizer schedule, but if you don't, what'll happen is your plants just won't get enough, and they'll be typically smaller than in-ground plants, and they'll usually produce less. This right here you can't really see because it's a huge jungle here, but this is a sauce tomato. So it's a sunrise sauce, that's the variety. This is the type of tomato it produces, just these smallish tomatoes. They're gonna ripen to a nice bright orange color, and you can see we're getting lots on this plant. I've got some basil here, it's not looking great. And this is a clementine tomato plant. The plant itself does not look good, but we do have some really nice tomatoes on here. You can see actually some are starting to ripen, so I'll definitely be picking these in the future for harvest videos. So it's not all a lost cause here. We should still get some nice clementine tomatoes. Here I've got some unhealthy potted plants. You can see they're looking battered. I have been neglecting these plants and they're not thanking me for it. This is my one and only successful Traviata eggplant. Hopefully it grows a little bigger than this because this is kind of pathetic. Here I've got a banana pepper plant. We do have some banana peppers, but I've grown way more productive bananas than this. Finally, I've got a Carolina Reaper super hot pepper plant here. I didn't do many super hot peppers this year besides on the farm, and unfortunately the ones on the farm are not producing well at all. But anyway, I got one Carolina Reaper here. It's got a few flowers and pods coming on, so hopefully we'll get a couple Carolina Reapers out of this garden this year. I've also got a striped Armenian cucumber and it's not doing well. Well, growers, I hope you liked this garden tour. It's really fun to look back on these and see my gardens of years past. And I really hope that you have a great day, that you get out there and grow a garden, and I'll see you next time.